A baby is staring at you right now, not blinking, not looking away, fixed on your face with an intensity making adults feel judged. The common theory for this behavior is that newborns simply have poor vision, limited to a range of 8 to 12 inches, making the face of the person holding them the only clear object in sight. But by 3 months, that visual range has expanded. They can clearly see the dog, glance at the window, or the laundry across the room. Despite those options, they continue to choose the human face every single time. This focus proves the stare is a deliberate biological preference, not an artifact of blurry vision. Back in 2017, researchers at the University of Cambridge investigated what occurs neurologically during these long periods of eye contact. Using functional near-infrared spectroscopy, they tracked neural activity across 2 brains simultaneously. Neural activity only synchronized during mutual gaze. When the adult looked away, the brain waves decoupled. Eye contact produced the strongest neural coupling ever recorded between different age groups. By locking their gaze, the infant uses your neural activity as a template to build theirs. This interaction is how one human brain teaches another how to engage with the world. Babies do not stare at everyone in the same way. Harvard Medical School researchers tested this by showing 3-month-old infants both a stranger's face and their primary caregiver's face. They found that infants looked longer at the stranger. This is driven by the violation of expectation response, where babies focus their attention on things they haven't yet categorized. To an infant, a stranger's face is a wave of unprocessed data. Every feature and movement is novel, requiring intense observation to log and understand. In contrast, the baby has already spent thousands of hours mapping the caregiver's face. They have logged every micro-movement and shift in tone. This familiarity allows them to move from observation to interpretation. University of Washington data shows that by 5 months, babies distinguish between genuine and fake smiles, and by 6 months, they use social referencing, watching your reaction to decide if a new object is safe or dangerous. The unblinking stare is a method of real-time data collection. They are building an internal map of your expressions to calibrate their own understanding of the world. To see how vital this feedback loop is, we look to the 1975 still face paradigm developed by Dr. Edward Tronick at Harvard. After a period of normal, playful interaction, a mother is instructed to suddenly go completely blank. She keeps her eyes open and maintains eye contact, but offers no expression or response. The infant notices the change immediately. They attempt to restart the conversation with smiles and pointing, but when no's fail, their gestures become larger and their vocalizations more urgent. Within 90 seconds of this broken connection, the infant's body shows acute signs of stress. Cortisol levels spike and their heart rate rises rapidly. Eventually, the infant stops trying. They withdraw and go flat, entering an emotional shutdown that mirrors the mother's blank expression. These results show that babies are active participants in a constant emotional conversation. When that conversation stops, their internal systems begin to dysregulate. This visual connection has a physical impact on brain structure. Researchers at MIT found the frequency of face-to-face interaction directly influences infant visual processing. Specifically, interactions where a caregiver notices and responds to a baby's cues lead to measurably greater development in the prefrontal cortex. This area handles high-level functions like emotional regulation, long-term planning, and social behavior. Every time you hold their gaze, you are contributing to the physical construction of the systems that will run their mind for life. Because this behavior is central to development, an absence of it is a significant clinical marker. A consistent lack of eye contact or an inability to track faces in infancy is often the earliest observable sign of atypical social development. Intervention is most effective during the first 2 years of life, when the brain's plasticity is at its peak. Identification at 6 months often produces outcomes that later interventions cannot match. If a baby's gaze behavior feels off, trust that instinct. You are the most well-calibrated instrument for reading your child's baseline, because you have been monitoring their expressions since the hour they were born. Evolution spent 15,000 years refining the human eye as a sophisticated social interface. When a baby locks onto you, they're reaching out to learn how to be a person. The only response is to engage the loop and stare back. If you want to know why those same eyes sometimes stare at empty corners in the middle of the night, click the next video. The science is stranger than you think.